Hello ladies and gents, today we are exploring the second installment in the Doom trilogy, starring one and only Charlton Heston.
Hi, big brother, how's your ass?
Unfortunately, this is a tough one, and as you may know, I'm a big fan of sci-fi and post-apocalyptic, dystopian stuff, all that good shit. But this one is hard to get some praise and maybe to put on some legendary shelf, at least for me, and it's a really hard sell. And in a couple seconds I'll tell you why.
There is no phone ringing, damn it!
It is really a cautionary tale what would happen if everything went to smithereens and we would all be pretty much under some kind of virus, maybe mutants, albino zombies, I have no idea. But
I said no.
I guess we all become probably alcoholics and be a little bit depressed. Of course, I'm talking about the Omega Man from 1971, starring, of course, one and only Charlton Heston.
Oh my God.
You are discarded. You are the refuse of the past.
As this is becoming, I guess, Charlton Heston tribute channel or something, just like with Stallone. Let me give you a little bit of background, what is going on actually here. So first, there was a novel under the name I Am Legend, and unfortunately, I still didn't get my hands on, but I'm familiar with what it's all about, you know, synopsis, you can read it on the internet. Then came The Last Man on Earth, which some of you pointed out that it's both creepy and legendary, so I'll definitely watch it. I just have to make some time. And I have to also get through the black and white, but yeah, it won't be a problem at all. And then came this one, the Omega Man, and after that, I Am Legend, the movie, starring Will Smith, which I'm the most familiar with, because yeah, it's from 2007, it's closest to my memory, and I really do love that movie. And there are rumors that they're making the second one, so yeah. Cheers to that. Alright, I know there's many fans out there, and as I said before, it's kind of tough one for me also, because yeah, I really do like all this stuff, but there are some big problems with this one. And the first one, it's dated. It really is. Because as you know, and as you've seen maybe before, I watched the Planet of the Apes, which is the first one from the installment, and it was great. I was just amazed. I'm so sorry I didn't watch it earlier, but yeah, it is what it is. And that one is even older than this one. It's from 1968, this is 1971, so yeah, some years apart. And it doesn't feel dated. It doesn't look modern, okay, it's not, but still, it's still relevant today, and it's got a good message, and the cast and everything is great. And I'm not really don't have a grudge or anything about Charlton Heston in this one, but acting can be a little bit over dramatic.
Oh my God.
Well, as I said before, it's dated, and here's why. Well, first, the makeup. It's really bad. It's just atrocious. Like, my grandma could do a better job, but yeah, it is what it is. And also the scenery. I'm really amazed they actually get to do all the scenes in Los Angeles, and it kind of feels empty. Well, you can see some stuff in the background, but it's just minor. It doesn't spoil the atmosphere of the movie. There's this pink fake blood that looks like some kind of jello or something. It's really bad. The explosions, they just suck. And I really do like some good big explosions. And just the whole premise of the movie, I was expecting more like dark tone, depressing, just, yeah, you know, it's goddamn apocalypse. Like, everybody should be down and bad, but even the villains seem kind of cheery and hippie. And I know it was the 70s, I guess, bad acid and cocaine or whatever, but still, you know, I was kind of expecting more. Now, let me stand corrected. The first half of the movie was kind of good, when he was exploring the city and mapping it and just being all alone was really good. But then he meets people and yeah, the family comes and it just kind of falls apart. Oh yeah, let's say third thing is music. Well, I don't know, at one point I just had this feeling I was watching maybe some 70s groovy, funky music video. I have no idea, it's so bad. It starts off really good, it's really a good atmosphere, and it kind of fits like the whole world building. Let's say after 10 minutes it just falls apart completely. It's just pointless. Like, I could really do without the music in the movies, and I'm really big on musical sides, but in this one it's really bad. It really is. And unfortunately we also come to the main villains, the family. Especially the leaders, Zachary and Matthias. I remembered Matthias more because it's the funniest thing ever. He used to be an anchorman, and then he became a cult leader. And of course, maybe he had some charisma, he could bring people together. But he actually brought people together about technology. Because, you know, world got destroyed with the technology, there was a big war, virus came out. And now they just use catapults and spears. Okay, alright. I guess it made much more sense in the 70s. And they also hate our guy Neville, or Charlton Heston, or Chuck, because he uses technology and kills them. Yeah. And as far as I've read the novel and just the synopsis, I could really do with the vampires and kind of better society, and all the point of him being Chuck, him becoming a legend, and yeah, that should be like really the whole point of the movie. But here it really isn't. So the plot is kind of faulty, and as I said before, the first half, great. Second half, sucks. So after they capture the Chuck for the first time, I think they should just end the movie right there, and it'd be really, really brilliant. But yeah, it is what it is. This is what we got. I know a lot of people will probably be mad about this. I know it's a cult classic, and I do love Charlton Heston, and I love the premise and everything, but still, yeah, it's kind of hard sell. I'm sorry, or maybe I'm not. So let's dive a little bit into the plot. Well, there was a big war, and there was actually a biological warfare which created a virus that killed most of the population, and we are introduced to our guy Neville, who was a scientist in the military, and he kinda actually got to the point of making a cure. But shit hits the fan, a helicopter guy got the virus, I guess, or something, and they crashed, and the prototype was kinda lost, but still, he was immune to the virus. And as he's kinda alcoholic and depressed, he's just wandering around mapping the city, and he also has trouble with the family, which are our main villains, especially Matthias, who is the leader of the group, and Zachary, his sidekick. And the family is not really big on technology. They really hate it, and they use catapults, they use spears, they're like old school, they want to be primitive, because they consider that technology ruined everything, it'll kill pretty much everybody, and they also gonna die pretty much soon. But they're albino zombies or some shit. I really have no idea what they're supposed to be in their glowing robes with their sunglasses, but hey, it is what it is. So one day, Neville is running around the city mapping it, and he spots a woman, and he tries to chase her, but suddenly he falls into the hands of the family, and they capture him. Finally they want to kill him. We get some scene where he's kind of tried and judged, and yeah, of course he's judged for death sentence. But plot twist, the chick comes back with her friend Dutch, and they run away because Dutch is really good with explosives, and Charlton Heston knows how to drive a motorcycle. We also get a scene with some romance, and she gets naked, and it's kind of okay and cool. It was the 70s, love and all that stuff. But the chick also tells Charlton Heston that she has a brother who is ill. She also introduces Neville to the other survivors, who are all under the age of 30, but they kind of will die also because, yeah, you know, the virus is bad. So Neville, brilliant scientist as he is, he figures out that his blood is actually a cure, and he starts to treat Lisa's brother, a little one, and it's actually going really great. And then one day she decides to go to shopping or whatever, and is just gonna run away from the town, get the family behind and everything. So the serum works, and Richie, Lisa's brother, says that he should also distribute serum to the family and cure them, but yeah, Neville is not really on board with that idea. So logically, Richie goes to the family and they kill him. Neville gets pissed, goes over there to kill them, but they are already in his apartment, ransacking it. So he tries to stop them, but unfortunately gets a spear to his chest. Oh yeah, Lisa also becomes albino zombie or something, I guess, I have no idea. And she's now a full-time member of the family because she just likes Matthias, I guess, the main villain. But Lisa was actually weakened from the sunlight and I guess left to die or something, so a group of survivors returns, and Neville is kinda alive and just gives the blood serum to them and says farewell, dies like Christ in a fountain, and that's pretty much it. The end. Alright, maybe I was a little bit too harsh on my opening about the movie. It's not that bad. There are worse movies. It's not really unwatchable. It's just all over the place and it really feels dated. And for me, the biggest problem maybe is it just lacks the atmosphere. because I was expecting something dark, depressing, you know, something really post-apocalyptic, and it turned out it could be like a really cheerful movie from the 70s, unfortunately. And yeah, maybe I kinda cut the plot and left out some parts because yeah, they're just fillers. This is pretty much it. I know it's kinda modern take on the I Am Legend novel, and even the writer praised it and actually liked it, but that was the 70s, you know, it was like 50 years ago. I guess today I'll just go with I Am Legend from 2007. It's much more viable movie for me. And unfortunately, acting here is just overly dramatic. Everything has to be so epic, everybody has to be so big, but they kind of fail. Even Charlton Heston at some point is just pure cringe. I really don't like scores, and ask me in like 20 years what I think about this movie, and maybe it will be the best movie I ever saw. But so far I think it's solid 6.5, let's say. It really isn't that bad, but it kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. And if I have to compare it to something, and I know they're kind of different movies, this one has a lot more action and way bigger budget, but still it wasn't enough, I guess. I would say it's the Quiet Earth I watched lately, and that movie, it's almost near damn perfect for me. Because yeah, you could actually get into it, the message is better and the atmosphere and everything, and it's actually just a prime example of how much can you do with less. So if you got this far, thank you very much for watching, and please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell me in the comments, was I wrong, am I wrong? But you know, it's just a subjective opinion. Maybe you like it, maybe it's the best movie I ever saw. For me, kinda let down, but not that bad. So yeah, see you in the next one. Bye!